It is officially Halloween time, which is my favorite holiday of the year. And as it is tradition on my channel, I wanted to talk to you about games to play around this time of the year. I've already made a couple of videos talking about darker or spookier, kind of horror themed cozy games. So I thought today I would solely focus on cute Halloween cozy games because I know that there's a big part of the cozy gaming community who still really love Halloween but don't really like the horror part of it or like the scarier parts of it. So today I'm going to be talking about games that I feel are just perfect to play around this time of the year but that aren't scary. They are very much focused on the cozy side of it, the cute and wholesome side of it. However, if you do want to know about spooky or cozy games and you do like more of a horror vibe around this time of the year, I am going to be linking those videos for you to watch. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first cute Halloween game that I want to talk about today is Custom Quest 1 and 2. I had to include this game on this list because it is completely Halloween themed, but it is not necessarily scary at all. This is a charming role-playing game where you choose your hero and trick or treat through beautiful environments full of humor and story. This game is all about completing quests, building your party, and collecting costumes along the way that allow you to transform into powerful champions and take down the evil Repugians. I love this game because it's all about capturing the imagination of being a kid during trick-or-treat, which that's one of the things that I miss the most about Halloween, being able to go out and trick-or-treat. We need to create a petition to allow adults to do trick-or-treating, I think. While we're at it, remember to vote. And then Custom Quest 2 is a sequel in which Halloween has been outlawed and you are jumping through time in order to save Halloween. I just think that's so fun and so whimsical. I really love the art style of this game. It is so silly and funny. It doesn't really take itself too seriously, while at the same time really evoking this feeling of nostalgia for this time of the year. If you've always been that kid that was very passionate about Halloween and trick-or-treating and costumes,
why are you so obsessed with Halloween? Halloween is cool.
I just feel like these two will be perfect for you. The following game on my list is the Werecleaner. I recently completed this game on stream and I absolutely loved it. I will say there is some gore in this game. It is cartoon gore, but it is still gore. So if you don't like games that portray graphic gore, then stay away from this one. Not only is this game great, but it's also free. So I encourage anybody and everybody to play it. It is absolutely wonderful and so much fun. You play as a janitor who is also a werewolf. The whole premise of the game is that you are now being asked to work the night shift in order to get the paycheck at the end of the week, and you can't say no because if not, you can't afford your rent. Any similarities with reality is purely coincidental. It goes by stretches of days of the week. You have to make sure that you're cleaning the offices without eating anybody as a werewolf. The days are timed, which does make this a little bit more of like a fast-paced game. I personally found it extremely cozy, extremely fun, and very perfect for this time of the year. The animations in this game felt really reminiscent of cartoons from like Cartoon Network back in the day, and they really do build the characters in the story. They have really funny animated interludes in the game as well, and you really feel like you're following the story of this werewolf and connecting with him too because it has a little bit of commentary. It also has that really satisfying cleaning game factor, which I always appreciate. Those are some of my favorite like brain melting games to play. So if you're looking for something that you can play quickly in one sitting that is free and fun, then I really recommend the Werecleaner. Next on my list is Love Ghostie. This game is just so adorable and so wholesome. I really love the premise of it. This is a cozy management game where you play as a ghost in a manor who is also a matchmaker. It's just the cutest thing ever. You are moving through the rooms of the manor and deciding who you want to pair with who and how you want to make that happen. All of the characters of the game are so adorable. It's such a unique take on a ghost themed game. Instead of making people scared, you're making them fall in love with each other. I think that's so cute. You can create create any romance that you want, so you can literally pair anybody that you think would work together. It's a really fun part of this game, and also I feel makes it replayable because you can just make as many matches as you would like. You slowly get to learn about the residents' personality, and through knowing their personality, then you decide who you want to ship them with. You're just like hinting and moving the characters in the right direction, and you're just helping someone find their boo, you know? There are a bunch of different mini games as well. Makes it all the more engaging. If you're the kind of person who's just a softie at heart, but you still really like Halloween, I feel like this is gonna be the game for you. Before we move on to the next game on my list, I do want to talk about the partner of today's video, and that is EMEET cameras, who have very kindly sent me their EMEET SmartCam S800 4K for me to try. For those who don't know, I am a streamer. I stream games and other different shenanigans on Twitch, and I have tried about 4 cameras including this one, and this is the absolute best camera I've tried so far. Just to give you an idea, right now you are looking at me through my Canon G7X, which is the camera that I use to film all of my videos, your classic YouTuber camera, and this is the S800 camera. I cannot believe the quality of this camera. It is honestly wild that this camera is so comparable to such a high-end camera. It is ultra high definition. It also has like this consumer grade camera sensor, which I really love. One of my favorite things about this camera as well is that it has a wonderful focus feature. Look how quickly it focuses. It's honestly wild. This is the camera that I'm going to be using from now on for my streams. It has upgraded the quality of my streams like so much. If you, for whatever reason, have to record videos, if you just take a lot of Zoom meetings online and stuff like that, and you just want to look extremely professional, this is a great camera at a great price point for that. I'm going to be linking this camera down below. Thank you so much, EMEET. Okay, let's get back to the list. Following on my list, I have The Wanderer, Frankenstein's Creature. This is the game that I'm currently playing for Halloween on stream. For those who don't know, I am a big fan of Frankenstein. It's one of my absolute favorite books. You can see I have my little Frankenstein boy here. It's one of those cozy games that will just blow you away with how much heart and just how beautiful it is. In this game, you are experiencing the myth of Frankenstein through the eyes of the monster. You get to experience the story and discover the world, but also make decisions in the story in order to change the ending. It's just such an interesting take on a game. I'm really appreciating just how close it is to the actual book, but I also love that you have your own agency to change the story. I feel like that also makes it good for replayability purposes. This game was actually suggested by one of my good friends from the Discord. Nikki, you know me so well. One of those games that reminds me that video games are a form of art. It is all made in this beautiful watercolor style, and it's very interesting because in the way that they tell the story, they're using a lot of mini games, and it just makes it for such a fun experience. Another thing about this game is the music and just the soundscaping of it is just absolutely stunning. Are like this gorgeous like orchestral like piano songs. I was so excited when I started playing this game that I started tearing up. That's how beautiful and moving this game is. If you're a big fan of literature, or if you just want to experience a stunning story-based game about Frankenstein's monster, I feel like this game is perfect for this time of the year in such a unique way too, because it's not scary at all. It's just very emotional and beautiful. If that's a bit of you, don't hesitate to get this game because I feel like you're gonna love it. The next game I want to tell you about is Monster Prom. This is another monster theme love game. The premise of this game is that there's only 3 weeks left before prom and you haven't got a date yet and you're a monster. But that's okay because at your high school, everyone's a monster. This is actually a 1-to-4 player competitive dating sim. You choose your own adventure and get all the way to your special monster's heart before anyone else does. You take personality quizzes to determine your stats, get into all kinds of funny and absurd situations to seduce your sweetheart and find out more about yourself than you or your friends ever knew. What I like about this game is that it really harps on the funny side of being a monster in a high school. It also has just absolutely gorgeous art style with all of the different types of monsters that you get to meet. It's really fun to see all the kinds of monsters that we already know and love in a high school setting. Another thing that I really like about this game is that it is queer if you wanted to. You can definitely romance anybody in this game regardless of gender. This game for some reason really gives me the vibe of like a D&D campaign, but it's a dating campaign. It would be such a fun time to either play this alone or play this with people. I feel like this game just looks so fun. The next game I want to talk about is Haunt the House Terrortown. This is like Love Ghostie, but like what you would expect a ghost would do. This is a side-scrolling action puzzle game. You play as a ghost and your goal is to solve the puzzles in order to scare the people in the spaces that you're in. You possess objects with your ghostly soul to scare people away from a museum, a hospital, a theater, and a cruise ship. Will you be able to scare everyone out and reclaim what has been lost before the night is over? I feel like Love Ghostie is the ghost's day job, and then Haunt the House is what the ghost does during the night. You know, like day job, night job. Are we following my rationale here? I love this game because even though you are a ghost and you are scaring off all of these people in all of these different spaces, this game is not scary at all. It's mostly just kind of silly, and I think it's perfect for this time of the year. I also absolutely love the aesthetic of this game. It really reminds me of those games that I used to play as a kid in the Cartoon Network website, which I used to freaking love. I feel like they were so beautifully designed. All the colors and all of the environments and the details, so amazing. I feel like it would be so fun to just like get cozy in Halloween night and just try to like speedrun this game or something. I feel like that would be so fun. Following on my list is a name called Harmony's Odyssey. This game is just so cute. Harmony's Odyssey is a 3D puzzle adventure set on the verge of mythical legends and the modern world. You're going through all of these different dioramas and trying to solve the puzzles and the dioramas, which are full with mysteries and magic. This is one of those games that I can just sink 3 billion hours into them and not even realize that I am. You're organizing the little tiles in order to make the dioramas make sense. So you also get to play a lot of mini games to progress through the story of the game. Not only is it perfect for Halloween because you play as the cutest little witch who is going in this adventure with her cat, but it also does a really good job in showing you all of these fabled mythical creatures, which I think is also very Halloween coded. You meet wonderful, curious creatures and experience their daily lives full of comedy and drama. I'm a really big fan of how this game makes the mechanics be challenging while at the same time being accessible and fun. It has a very cozy and chill atmosphere that just helps you focus and relax. I love how colorful and pretty it is while also bringing to life all of these different silly characters. And those are all the games that I want to share with you today, but of course I couldn't end the video without a special mention as always. The special mention of today goes to a game that is soon coming to Kickstarter, and that game is called Mia and Mio. This is a beautiful, whimsical game that is inspired by games that we already know and love, like Night in the Woods and Gris. It's a game about a young witch who, after losing her mother, goes on an adventure with her very wise cat in order to find her chosen family and what it truly means to be a friend. I just feel like this game looks incredible, and it's also being made by a single developer, which you guys know it's something that I'm very passionate about supporting. So I'm gonna link all of the information for the game and the developer down below so that you guys can keep an eye out for the Kickstarter. As always, please let me know if I missed any games or if there are any cute, cozy games that you're currently playing that you would like me to know about. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. And most importantly, remember to take care of yourself, have some rest, have some water, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.